So last week we covered the Hero Program Savings Pass, and then this week we're going to only cover the Elite Savings Pass and show how it differs. So to just kind of jump into things, and if everybody will make sure their phones are muted, then that'd be helpful also. So the Elite Savings Pass is designed, and the way that it's mainly different is it's supposed to be set up to help, like other organizations or charities, teams, stuff like that, where the Hero Program Savings Pass, it's just fundraising for us. And so that's why you need like a QR code and stuff that's going to be linked to you so you can earn an income from just sharing. But this you would actually introduce to any organization. I'm going to go through and meet some people's phones. Hold on just 1 second, you guys. Okay. So the main idea and like what I was thinking right away is I've had a couple new girls come on in Florida, and they know just enough about golf to be successful out on the hole, but they work with other organizations or their kids go to school, or are playing on sports teams and stuff like this. So it's easy for them to wrap their head around the Elite Savings Pass, so that they could go and like present it and bring it to those different like organizations. And so I'm really excited to have something that will allow us to fundraise and to make money that has nothing to do with golf. If they choose to do a golf tournament, awesome. But if they don't ever and all they do is utilize the savings pass, then we'll be great as well. So the two documents that we have on the CRM right now, we have a 2-page info sheet, and then we also have a 19-page info sheet, if you will. It's a rather large packet, but what I love is that it literally goes through all the ins and outs. So then you can send it off to your clients or show them. The quick, 2-page one, you could just send to them in an email to give them an idea of what we're trying to do for them. And then that way, once they go through like that entire deck, they should have a great idea of what it is and why they should, allow us to do this for them. I was in a meeting recently, and I had heard something in that meeting that had nothing to do with us, but it really like clicked for me. And so for me, I started thinking about GoFundMe when they brought it up in their meeting to fundraise. And I have pictured this as almost like, I guess like a portion of GoFundMe, which we see all the time, right? To fundraise for somebody's kid who just got into like a car accident, or maybe somebody needs like, I don't know, a kidney transplant or whatever it might be. People go through all kinds of stuff. And so what I started thinking is, wow, people get on those and they donate and help out all the time, but they literally get nothing in return. So I know that it's good to always donate to anybody who might need it. But what the Savings Pass does is it allows you to donate and help that cause, but now you are getting something really significant back. And so just to run through like a couple different, items, they have over 1.7 million offers or companies, nationwide, plus worldwide travel discounts. Try to say that 10 times fast. And there's cashback rewards as well for the traveling. And we had learned, last week, that a couple team members actually got their cashback rewards within 5 days of just booking, not even like taking the trip, which I thought was awesome. And something for you to highlight when you're talking to different people about the Savings Pass is that it's actually viewed by over 20 million people per year. And so I actually brought that up in a meeting with a golf course, since we're going to start featuring our golf courses on the Savings Passes. And now I can tell them that, hey, we were excited about our virtual gift bags, and we thought that we were probably getting them in the hands of about 2 million, but they have like absolute statistics, and they know all these numbers from having their company for, I don't know how many years now, but they have over 20 million people on there. So that's huge for anybody that's wanting to come on. One thing that Trinity had pointed out is that once that campaign ends, because you don't want to always keep it open. You kind of want to have like a call to action. And so you'll want to set it for a couple months or something like that, to help, like, I picture like a football program, like they should run it for a couple months and really have a push to just fundraise for that one football program. But once the campaign ends, they actually continue to collect donations in a couple ways. So The big thing that we want you to see, and we'll touch on this again, is that $20 goes to Elite. And so we actually use that to like make the campaign run, to pay out for whoever set them up. And the payouts are at the bottom of the sheet here. But they can donate any amount. So I was just talking to an organization the other day about all the different things that they do. They do like 11 fundraisers throughout the year. And they were excited because we don't necessarily charge anything, it doesn't cost them anything. We want to run all this for free, but we will make our money as people are donating, right? So one thing I'd want you guys to realize is they can set like different dollar amounts for people to donate. And so we suggest like minimum $30 to $40. So then that way they're making money, and then Elite, makes their money. But if somebody comes through and they want to donate 50 or 100 or $1,000, they can. And so, say for example, somebody does come through and they do donate $1,000 to help out that organization, we only keep $20. So that's huge for a lot of companies, because we're not keeping like a percentage, and getting greedy. So on the platform, we provide them with their own QR code, which allows them to share it quickly. And then again, I would just make sure that you set it for like a limited amount of time. Does anybody have any questions before I go to the next slide at all? Or Rich, do you think there's anything that I should add?
Hey, this is Ashley in Tucson. Where is the page for them to sign the agreement?
Oh, here, I'll show you. You know what? I thought that might come up on the call. I should have added it in here. So let me try to move some things on my screen out of the way. Okay, download items. So you'll go to Savings Pass here under download items on the CRM. And then you'll have them fill out, or you should probably fill out all of this information here. So when you click on that, instead of hitting download image, you'll hit the blue link, which will pull up this jot form. And then you'll want to make sure that you fill out all of this information here. And then as you start to fill in information, I believe more fields will open up.
Well, that very last question right there says, do you have a signed agreement with the, and if you click yes, it lets you keep going. But if it clicks no, it says stop, you need a signed.
Okay, and you're like, well, where's that agreement? Okay, well, let's look together. I don't know yet. Rich, do you happen to know where this is as I'm searching through for people to see? Let's see. I guess would be here. Let's see. You know what?
I remember seeing it when Anne was doing the presentation. I think it was Anne. Yeah. But I could not find it on there.
Okay, I'm writing down a note, and I will send it either in the attachments with this call recording, and or tell everybody like exactly where to click on to find it. Like we might have, I know that Rich is not feeling well, so we might have lost him, but I think I heard Michael Clancy.
Yeah, real quickly.
Yeah.
So we keep, or EFS keeps $20 of every donation, no matter the amount.
Yes.
How does that work when they donate less than $20?
They can't. So they will set that first like lowest donation dollar amount, and we suggest doing it at least $30, if not 40. And so then that way they're always making money, at least always making money. And then if they put in like an open donation amount, it would have to be more than the donation amount that they chose to have set on there. So I believe there's a photo.
Yeah, Mike, the organization establishes their own price points that they feel are appropriate for what their demographic or target is. So as Audra said, it's never going to be less than 20. So they can do like 40, 50, 100, 200. And there's also an option for a credit card amount. So the donor can put in whatever they care to donate. So those are the options that you would set up with the organization, along when you get there. I know in one of the memos, there's like 6 items that we need. And that is one of them, setting up their target points, but we need their logo. I'm sorry, their price points, their video, if they want a video, what their cause or what their cause is or their campaign. So that's how that is set up. So it's never that we are taking 20. In organizations that we have spoken to, I think they would say, but you're taking $20 from me. That's not the case, because we're always paying them. So in effect, we're not taking anything, but that 20 is to cover all of our hard costs plus your commission. So, and I think when you do go to GoFundMe, Audra, there's also a cost behind that. Isn't that correct? Like there's a percentage that they take.
I'm not sure, like their back end details. I just thought, gosh, how cool is this that
Yes.
not only
it is.
can you, I'm like, no, Ilani,
Yes.
but yeah, like at least not only can they donate, but now they're getting the savings pass for a year,
Right. We always, we always promote that, hey, fundraising is not easy. Let's face it. Everybody has a great cause, and there's competition for that charity dollar, so to speak.
Mhm.
The advantage that we have out there, as you just said, nobody gifts back for a donation. Not only are we gifting back on behalf of the organization, but they're literally being gifted back probably thousands of dollars more than they donated. So if they're making a $40 donation, but have the potential to save over $2,000 because of that. And I think I always say that that's probably going to strengthen the bond with your donors because of the value and the savings that they receive. And then the other big item is we like to hit the statistics from Ann is when it comes time for renewal, because it is such a powerful platform that their stats have over 70% renewal.
Mhm.
So what happens in year 2, the organization gets that recurring income, as do you get that recurring commission. So it's a win for everybody.
Absolutely. And to go back, Ashley, when I was reading this protocol, Leslie and I did hop on a call for like 10 minutes earlier. And she had mentioned when we were going through to make sure all this was up to date for like your protocol to sign somebody up, that Amanda had not created the DocuSign agreement yet. So it's probably why we can't find it. So she said that she was going to go ahead and create it. So then it's on there on the CRM, and then she'll make sure that it's announced and sent out.
That's great. I've got 4 organizations that want to do it.
I'm like, dang girl. Okay. I'm like, I will let Leslie know that too. She better chop. We need those agreements. And then Connie, I know that you already saw in the chat, but in case anybody missed it, as the campaigns are going, we are going to pay all of the reps weekly. So you don't have to wait till the campaign ends anymore. We're going to keep up with it, and that'll be a part of your weekly pay. So just to reiterate, because I know that we've had new people, come on since we went over this like protocol with Leslie before. I'm gonna move this out of the way so you guys can hopefully see it a little bit better. And let's zoom, right? I don't know if your guys' eyes are better than mine, but so step 1 would be to have them, fill out that agreement when it's ready. Let them know that once they sign it, their campaign will be live within 48 hours. Then you'll probably need their help in gathering like a banner for the webpage, an optional video if they have anything, that describes like what they're fundraising for, or like, and it could be, something they throw together for a couple minutes, I know that the organization out here, they fundraise, they're fundraising, they hire on cops, but mainly cops that are veterans in a local area. And so they have like a fundraising organization. And so they do videos all the time on their website. So for them, it wasn't like that big of a deal. It doesn't need to be like super professional by any means. And if anything, I feel like I like that more because it is real and it's raw and here's what we're like trying to push for donations from. Then you'll need to get that organization's logo and then a description from them. So when you get all of that, then that drop form that I brought up earlier, then that's where you would go on and you would enter in all of that information. And then you will also be prompted on how you would like to be paid weekly. So that can include, Venmo, Zelle, direct deposit, and so on. And then that way it'll always be connected to you. And then once that drop form is submitted, then the fundraising site will be live within 48 to 72 hours. So you will receive, the custom link. And then that way you can send it off to your organizations as well. And I'm going to move us over here. And then the donors make their, donation through the digital platform as things go. And yeah, we just kind of go from there. Does anybody else have any questions about the protocol from this page? And I hope I'm not covering it too much with all the open stuff everywhere. Okay. So, let's see. Minimize us. There we go. Okay, so then just to kind of reiterate, because again, I know that introducing new stuff is it can be a lot, especially if you just came in, you're hearing about the HERO program, you're hearing about like something called like a Crank It Hole, then you go on our website and you're like, what are these player packages? And okay, so I'm supposed to call tournaments and, walk into golf courses and talk to them. Now I have like the savings pass. So we realize it can be a lot. So as far as just the savings pass goes, this is, the difference and it all broken down. And so again, from last week, the HERO program savings pass is designed just to help fundraise for the HERO program. So all the money raised is for our program. All the reps should have, and if you haven't, let me know. Please email me or shoot me a text and let me know if you need your personalized QR code. With that, you can add it to your business cards, those flyers, send it out, however you'd like. And then as people start to make donations to help the HERO program, you're getting paid your same pay structure. So if you're a rep, you'll make that percentage. ATM, like this example, will make 20% and so on. And then above, then the Elite Savings Pass. This is for third-party organizations. So schools, teams, charities, and so on. That organization will receive their own QR code and website. And then they can blast that to their networks, via email, social media, however they want to spread the word. And then donations received will go back to the organization. We just take $20. And then based on your position, then you either make, the $3, $5, or $7 per pass sold. I did see something is in the chat, so I want to make sure. Okay, perfect. Does anybody have any questions on this slide at all?
Which one goes with gratis?
Gratis is only used for the HERO program savings pass. So, and reason being, we want people to sign up for a monthly donation, like subscription, to keep helping our HERO program. And so you'll see people out on the course and maybe you see them over and over again every couple like months or so while you're out there on just normal HERO days. But what would be really nice is for them to see you and be like, oh, I already give to you monthly, and you're like, that's right. And so you are continuing to make your like pay from that monthly donation. And eventually Jay has really high hopes and has given us different examples of what an amazing income everybody can make just off of the recurring revenue alone. So does that answer that?
So if we do the $50 or the $100, we would put them in the HERO program, savings for the HERO program as well, right? Because they would get the Cancun or.
Okay, so let's go back to last week's training. because I want to make sure I have up everything visually. So just one second. See, but I'm glad that this came up so that we can cover it, you know? Hero Savings Pass, okay.
Audra, is there a recording of that one? Did you record it from last week?
I did, yep. I sent it out to, I thought I sent it out to everybody, but I might have only sent it to my team. I'll make sure that you get it though.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, of course.
I hope I'm not the only one with with these questions.
No, I'm sure there are more. That's why I'm glad that it's coming up.
I only have questions now.
Thank you, Michael. I love you.
Okay, so I want to zoom on here. Let me zoom. No, it doesn't want me to zoom. Sorry, Noi. Okay, so if I can figure it out, then I will. But on this page, at a hero day, when you're pitching, you'll basically offer for them to donate $50 or $9.99 per month. And for them choosing either $9.99 monthly or $50, then they choose either getting the Hero Program Savings Pass or the trip to Cancun. And then, and that's why we have like those tracking sheets. So you won't use your QR codes or anything like that. That's why we have the tracking sheets for you to put their name, phone number, and email. And I'm working on having like a tracking sheet made where they just check if it's for the Cancun trip or the Savings Pass. So we don't have all these different tracking sheets. I love that Chris Gallagher brought that up on the last call. And then at $100, they can either donate, $100 or $19.99 a month, monthly donation through Gratis. And with those, either one of those donations, then they get both the Hero Program Savings Pass and the Cancun trip. But did that make
So
sense?
the Gratis needs to be working in order to do the 50 and the 100 or the $9.99 and the $19.99.
Nope, not at all.
Okay. Okay.
Gratis's only purpose is to make reoccurring revenue or like that monthly donation work at all. Outside of that, then we don't need Gratis. So if they donate 50, like normal, then they will have their choice of either the Savings Pass or Cancun. And then if they donate 100, then they'll have both the Cancun trip and the Savings Pass. So that's why I was kind of mentioning earlier that I'm going to take a couple steps. So now that, all of us are doing well with Cancun for the most part, I'm going to introduce the Savings Pass without Gratis. Gratis / recurring revenue, right? So I'm going to start implementing the Savings Pass because I feel like I might miss out on people right now today at Hero Days by not offering either prize, because so many people bring up that, Cancun isn't safe, or that their wife would never let them go, or whatever the, explanation is, where they would probably donate 50 to get the Savings Pass. And then for 100, we're used to just giving them Cancun, but now we're actually going to give them both. So I feel like more people will be like, what? I get 2 of these things? Awesome. But you do not need Gratis to be ready in order to offer those things.
But you would need it in order to take the monthly donations.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So
Yeah.
just don't offer the monthly donations, get used to adding in the Savings Pass. And then when Gratis is working or you're comfortable, then adding Gratis.
Well, and I think we're trained on the 50 and the 100 out here in Cal. So I
Yeah.
think that's easy to transition over. So, I get $100 donation. They've hit the ball. The ball didn't go anywhere. It went in the lake, but they got the Cancun trip because they, whatever, they gave me 100. Now they've got the Savings Pass, and I'm uploading it in the system in the CRM, and I've chosen in the CRM both the Savings Pass and Cancun. Is that?
Yep. Yeah. So the drop down
Okay.
is Cancun, Savings Pass, or both. Yeah.
Okay, I love this. Now, this is a question that I have for you. I'm at a charity event And I'm getting $100 donations because I'm at a charity event. Does this
Okay.
apply to that as well, or just Hero?
So I had that same question in my mind. I don't see why we wouldn't. I don't know that answer for sure, but I don't see why we wouldn't.
Okay, will you find out for us and
Yes, I'm
and
gonna
let
write
us
that down.
know?
I will
Because
make
I
sure
wanna
that it is
say something.
highlighted in the email to everybody.
Yeah, I don't want to say something in this forum and then everyone go out and start doing it. I want to get it confirmed in like a national, kind of call, but it is a question I have for, like, especially with us going into charity season and where we just came, like, Hero is kind of like our, winter season, where we just do mainly Hero. Now we're going into Charity Heroes, so how does that work? That kind of thing. So it's just a question.
Sorry, I was getting bombarded by Miss Sadie over here. Okay.
So stir in the pot, Audrey, just stir in the pot. That's what your mom's doing.
I think that flyer was on the CRM, so you may be able to pull it up. Okay, so I want to make
Okay.
sure I have a few organizations that may need some additional help. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to keep up on this. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, thank you. Sure, on the ins and outs. Okay. We can access recordings on the Elite YouTube page. Yes, Lindsay. We've uploaded all of it. So last week's call, just going over the Hero Program Savings Pass, that is on the YouTube channel. And then I also uploaded today the gratis training link. It's only a few minutes. I emailed it, but I also added it on there so everybody, can find it easier on the YouTube channel. And then trying to think of what else. Outside of that, does anybody have any questions before I go through and show you a couple things on the 19-page deck? Okay. You guys are making it easy tonight. This is great. I hope that means that people are getting it. Also, I have no idea how I made all of my stuff black on here, so that is fun. Let's see. Oh, this thing really likes to get in the way. Okay. So, remove all these up here. Okay, so this can be found on the CRM, so you guys know. I'm not going to go through all 19 pages. I am the type where Leslie and I were talking about this earlier. I was on the call that was explaining all 19 pages and I tune people out. So if you guys are anything like me, you can find this. When you were ready to present it, I would go through it. So it brings up, and I'll just run through it quickly, who we are and who we have partnered with. So it gives us some validity as to the organizations that we've worked with and why we would be a great candidate to also work with whatever organization you're talking to. It also brings up, what the heck the fundraising platform is for them, the Elite fundraising platform, and, how it ends up fundraising for them. Then it brings up, oh, this is the picture I was picturing in my head, right? So this is pretty much what it would look like. Because Elite takes $20, I would not suggest doing something under 30, right? For them to make 10, us to make 20. Then they can choose what these dollar amounts are and then also hit other. And so it would not be uncommon for somebody to feel like they absolutely love that cause and this is how they want to make like their big donation of the year and donate $1,000, $10,000, whatever it is, right? So we don't want to stop people from doing that. Then it also shows that they can add their own photo, logo, short explanation, stuff like that to really drive home like who they are and what they're fundraising for on that platform. And it brings up different ways for them to share it, like what the benefits are for them as well. So they can send it through social media, email, what a lot of like schools are doing right now, right? And you guys have probably all been hit up by friends and family or your own kids. I know that my niece sends me a link to go buy like chocolates or, you know, wrapping paper or whatever it is. And I always give in and I just buy stuff because I want her to be happy and to win her contest in her class. And so we all work as like a family to do that. But now, and I let me reiterate that too. I'm buying stuff that I don't need to help my aunt or to help my niece, right? This is something I feel like everybody needs. Who doesn't want to save money on haircuts or your oil changes or going to a local restaurant? And especially the travel benefits alone, which it'll show you here in a second. So you can monitor your campaign with your dashboard. They can also monitor it, you know, on their end as well to see how it's going, and they can make, you know, bigger pushes or you know, I guess like lock down more people to get on that onto their page. And then you'll just keep scrolling through. The QR codes is what makes it so easy, like we all know. And this is kind of what we brought up earlier with it being similar to GoFundMe, but now anybody that is donating to them, they actually get this as a gift back to them, right? Which is huge. And so that's what sets us apart from GoFundMe. And then they will actually get the information sent to them. So it lets them know that, hey, they have like the savings pass for them making a donation for 1 full year. And then what Rich was mentioning earlier is that they have a 70%, I guess like return rate, right? So once somebody has had the savings pass for a year, they don't want to let it go. So 70% of the people will go back in and they will sign up to then have it for another year, which continues to fundraise for that cause. They're linked to that cause. And then the travel cashback rewards. I know that a couple of people shared how much money they have saved. I went on there earlier today looking at flights and stuff like that, since I have to drive to, or have to fly to California, Utah, and then back out here next month. And what I love here is that it shows the difference between how they do their cashback rewards on hotels versus what other people say that they're going to do, right? And so these prices might be similar, but they will show them that that they're spending $655 and they get $111 cash back. And so within 5 business days of them paying for that room, then they get their $111 cash back. So it's really, really cool. I would definitely suggest using it. And this just gives you more examples of all the things that it includes, you know, car rentals, theme parks. I was looking up Disney World because I've never been, and I've been dying to go, and I can't remember if it was like $30 or $60 off. And so I'm like, sweet, I wasn't seeing the price anywhere else. This is awesome. So
It's 60, which is amazing.
yeah, and again, they have all these different things because there's 1.7 million companies that are involved with them just in our country. So there's going to be a ton of things you guys are going to be blown away from if you haven't already started using your savings pass. So get on there. And then this just kind of shows them, you know, some examples of like what travelers have said about them. And then it just summarizes it for them as well. So I would take this and learn it really well before you go meet with anybody. If you know this, you know how it works. The easy stuff is putting it onto the CRM and getting everything, you know, ordered for them. The hard part is remembering certain things, like they're going to get, you know, this is viewed by like 20 million people, that once their campaign ends, it actually continues to fundraise for them. You know, that it's $20 at Elite Keeps, but if they take in a donation for $200, they made $180, you know? So all those like little things, we can help like add in later. But this can be found on the CRM. And of course, like most of our stuff, it can be like tailored with your information. But I would not get caught up in that, you guys. So because Leslie and Morgan are both traveling, and things can take a while to get personalized, forget it. Just get the stuff out to your people and they're going to know it's from you. They're never going to pay attention to this piece because you're the one talking to them about it anyway. And if they see the value like all of us did when we decided to add this as a piece of our company, then you're in the clear. But I'm gonna check the chat. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I have covered?
I have a quick question, Audrey.
Okay.
Audra, sorry.
Yeah, let's-
I know there's no dumb questions, but I apologize ahead of time. This may sound like one.
no, it's okay.
So just to clarify, so when we go and pitch the Elite Savings Pass to the person of contact of that fundraiser, that person will be getting the donation amount, whichever or whatever is left of the $20, which will go back to Elite, correct?
So for the Elite saving, I'm trying to make sure I heard you correctly. So when we set up like an Elite Savings Pass for another organization,
Mhm.
if they take in a donation, they'll set like the lower amounts. I think it was, I want to show that slide again. I think it was like pretty early on in this. Here it is. Nope. I think we're almost there. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this just gives you an example of like what they'll see. So say somebody clicks on
Okay.
$50, like that's what they want to donate to, say it's like the American Cancer Society, right? And it's their campaign that we set up for them. Then Elite will take 20 and American Cancer Society will make 30. And then we are
Okay, yeah.
$20. So like our pay doesn't change on the Elite Savings Pass side. We have either $3 to reps, $5 to ATMs, $7 to TMs. And then for the Hero Program Savings Pass, you make your percentage off of whatever they donate. But the
Okay.
minimum there is $50 for the Hero
Okay.
Savings Pass. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to clarify that. So yeah, if they donate 50, 20, or whatever, if they donate 50, 20 goes to back to us to Elite, and then the 30 goes to their whatever organization.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
And then
So
I would build off that, but oh yeah, go ahead.
Audra, as far as can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
As far as the receipt that the person gets from somebody regarding their donation, what do they, so they put in 50, what do they get back as far as a itemized receipt if they're going to want to use that for their tax purposes?
Ooh, that's a good question. I will have to ask what is on that receipt. I've never had that come up, but I want to make sure that I get you like the right answer. And my thought would be that when they donate 50, they have to get an email with all of like their login information for their savings pass because they donated to that organization. Rich, do you happen to know that answer from experience?
No, what it should be, they will get a thank you for their donation. And to my knowledge, it's not going to be broken out, because if they if they donated $100, where the portion to Elite goes is not relevant. They donated $100. So that's what should be going back to them. It's not going to be that this was deducted, so you only can say you donated 80. That's not the case. They donated 100.
Okay.
Well, if you go and take that to your accountant and they buy that, I want your accountant.
Good
I
point.
will find out what's on the receipt for everybody because I'm not sure. Let's see what else is in the chat. Audra, a few slides back, it mentions Hero Savings Pass. Will that confuse a client since we are calling this the Elite Savings Pass? Should we change the wording? Oh, it was on here, Jason? Uh-oh. If it is, then yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the right, I believe. Yeah.
Jason, so you guys know, has been great about helping me find, certain stuff. And we have, so you guys know, we've gone back and forth on whether or not to even change the name of this one. But we honestly felt like for our team and to hopefully stop like the confusion, we decided to name them two separate things. So it was originally all going to be the Hero Savings Pass, and that just didn't make sense when we were offering it for a whole other organization. So it should be under what Elite does and offers. So I'm going to make sure that that is changed. Hero Savings Pass on 19 deck. Thank you. Okay, I want to see. So to clarify on the question, Elite always gets 20 no matter what the charity does ask for. Yes, and so you want to suggest to the charity that their minimum donation that they ever have on their app or online always starts with at least $30, but they really recommend starting at like 40 or 50. So even our own Hero Program Savings Pass, if somebody scans your QR code to help our Hero Program, the starting donation is at 50. Because that's what was recommended to us from the people who put together the Savings Pass. On that note though, an Elite Savings Pass, again, there's just two different page structures. So I'll make sure in the email when I send this recording out, that it's really clear on how you get paid for the Hero Program Savings Pass and then how you get paid for the Elite Savings Pass. It's like buying an entertainment book, except this has deals nationwide, not just locally. You can use the deals over and over, not just once. Yes, absolutely. And you're getting more in return. Yep. So then there's like the cashback rewards with travel. And like you said, you can keep using those deals. And it's for an entire year, subscription, if you will, instead of, did any of you guys used to sell like those little coupon cards that were double-sided? And you got like $3 off like a Subway sandwich.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I think like my softball team had to go like give 10 of those like little cards out. And even when I got like my very first apartment, like, God, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, I had like a little kid come to my door. And so of course I bought it, And so I think of, God, I used to spend money buying that to help like this like kid I didn't even know. But this is so far past that, 1.7 million businesses are in this thing, plus all the travel discount, plus rewards, So.
And I think another advantage, I had this come up on a call with an organization yesterday. So they said, oh, this sounds like it's the entertainment book that we've used, but it's on steroids. Yes, but there's also another advantage. The coupon book, like it's stagnant. A coupon had an expiration on it. It was a printed item that expired. The Savings Pass never expires, and it's always updated, so to speak. So for example, you may see a lot now that it's tax season. You may see a lot of things in there from H&R Block or accountants, and then they're going to go away. And then you'll see other things that are come up that are more pertinent, like to summer and travel and vacations. In September, you'll see a lot more back to school, and the holidays. Obviously, you're just going to be bombarded with everything that's relative to the holiday shopping. So this is dynamic. It's real time. It's not a coupon that's going to expire on June 1st. And I think that's another huge advantage of this, that it is time relevant.
Yeah. Like, I love that. Good point. Does anybody else have any, questions or anything to add or just anything at all?
Do you know if family members can use the app as well? It can just be used one person, or it's just on one phone?
I don't know that.
They asked me that before with our other pass, our the first one we had.
And how did that?
Audra?
No, it's only for one person.
Right. Yeah, because Michael, if you signed up for the Savings Pass and then start sharing it with the family and friends, then you're defeating the sale, if you will. But we share the QR code with family and friends on the Hero program. That's different. That's for the donating. But for actual membership, it's going to go to that one account that is set up.
So they're individual, in other words.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And I believe I heard somebody starting to ask something. Let's see, I'm gonna see if it's one pass membership per email address. Perfect. Great way of putting it. Thank you. I'm like, I don't know. I sent my login to the team until I got there, so don't do that. Well, I hope that after tonight's call and then last week's call, I'm hoping that everybody understands the differences now between the two passes, what they're used for, how we get paid. And so if anything is still unclear, please let us know, you know, on the call even. And if not, then we'll probably wrap it up for the night, because I'm sure everybody loves when a call ends a little bit early.
Can't we just stay on an hour?
Yeah, we can hang out. Considering it's still light in your house, Michael Clancy, and it's pitch black outside where we are with Rich and I, so East Coast timers.
It's a toasty 92 degrees.
Sun's out, guns out, Michael, huh? Okay, well, thank you guys so much again. I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna conclude the call so that if anybody plays this back, it is nice and concise. And if you think of something later on, please just let me know and I'll make sure to find the answers or get you the answers soon. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Night.
Night all.